Welcome to the French Drayman channel. I'm Robert Sherwood, your host. And back to the drawing board, because I think the drawing board helps a lot of people. So the topic lately has been bellies. So I drew a belly. What is that? Well, it's when the ground settles, you end up with this sinkhole. It's very common. It's more common than people even know. So I had another comment saying, well, if I used PVC, how about if I just go to the Schedule 35? Well, it makes it worse, and I'll tell you why. The Schedule 35, it just shatters with a belly. The Schedule 40, it won't shatter like an eggshell. It will actually dip like this. The problem I have with the Schedule 40 when it dips, once it fills full of water in the belly, no more water can pass through there. There's too much weight in the pipe of water. You know, water for round numbers weighs 8 pounds per gallon, and it's all about resistance. So this becomes an issue for French drains. Now, I like PVC for indoor plumbing, of course. That's where it belongs, and I love my PVC for indoor plumbing. And if you want to use Schedule 40 for electrical conduits, that's fine, because if this had electrical wiring in it and it has a belly, it doesn't affect the electrical system at all. If you're running, anything outdoors electrical, and it needs to be put into conduit, and you want to run, Schedule 40, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it, but I do in yard drains, and here's why. You can see PVC, it only has holes on the bottom, so it can only take water in from the bottom. And then when this belly occurs, you're done. You're absolutely done. So I drew our high octane corrugated pipe, and I show a belly. And what I did is you could either do a twin pipe if it's a narrow trench, or you can do a trio if you want to just do like a triangle looking thing where you have two pipes on the bottom. As long as there's one on top is where I'm going with this. And then, of course, because we build such big drainage systems and we give people their money's worth, we haul out so much of that poor percolating soil and replace it with such a big vein of stone, we have to do a quad pack. So quad pack, you're 16 inches deep, 16 to 18 inches wide, and we do a lot of quad packs. So that's what our quad pack would look like. So what I want to show you, I actually exaggerated the corrugated pipe. As you can see, man, I really, in this demonstration, I gave PVC the lesser of the belly, if you will. But, okay, so I teach you guys, there's holes 360 degrees all the way around corrugated pipe for a reason. Because water doesn't just run down corrugated pipe. It's the void that it makes. Water fills voids. Water travels through voids. So people always say there's so many holes in there, the water is just going to fall out. Well, the water is going to run, you're going to have the water fall in the trench, rise, and instead of this belly jamming this system up, because it's a quad pack, or again, you could do, if you're a trencher, you love your trenchers. Some people do, at least stack the pipes, because you'll recover from a belly. So this is why I laugh so hard at the diagrams showing, corrugated pipe following the trench terrain, right? And then they show PVC nice and straight. And I'm like going, yeah, that's not right. Because we replace sump pump lines like mad, and they're 42 inches down. That's code here in Michigan, and they're not they're not going to freeze up. They're too deep to freeze up, but this is what takes them out. A belly, and water no longer can pass. Once that happens, you're done. So through everything, drainage, I've learned, I learned from all the different disciplines. As a licensed contractor, as a design builder, I mean, so many disciplines, and seeing how the different materials were affected under different circumstances. So there's rhyme and reason to everything we do here at French Drain Man, and it's all tried and proven. So again, here's a quad pack, and you can see how the water would just run. It just runs and continues to run. Doesn't matter. PVC, you got a belly, you're jammed up. The water just is done. It's done. You're not going from here to here anymore. It's not going to happen. You can see this represents just big, just imagine the voids, big stone. Picture how big the stone would be to create the void in a 4-inch high octane. I mean, think of that. That is insane, okay? That is a monster void. You'd have to stack probably, for a void this big, you'd better have, I'm thinking, 24-inch boulders. Like you can have this much void in between the rock then. So to answer another question I get all the time, why not just build them out of stone? Well, you can't create this much void with stone. That's the problem. So 360 degrees, we have, all these, they're inlets, outlets. They're just ways for water to move through this void. The pipe creates this void. The water travels through the void. Remember, you can move water in a flat trench. The only reason why we take slope when we can get it is because slope is your accelerator. Slope is going to move the water faster, and it's also going to create pounds per square inch. In our industry, where does pounds per square inch matter? Well, it does in a downspout system because you're going to get shingle, gravel, and debris. So you definitely, if you can get slope on a downspout system, you really want it. Now, the way we burrito wrap our French drain systems, that's why I say you can build them flat. If you got monster amounts of water that you're moving, well, you're going to want some slope. If you have the slope, you just take it as a rule of thumb. If it's not there, don't force it. Don't. It's just going to make so much work for you. It's not worth it. So, okay, so let's go over a couple more things here just so that we can get through a bunch of questions I've been getting. So, say we run a trencher and we stack the two high octanes on top of each other. Notice, so now I have two giant voids for the water to move through this pipe, and I don't care. This pipe can go up and down and up and down. It doesn't matter. The water is just going to travel right through all those inlets and outlets and just continue to move through the void. So two 4-inch pipes stacked on one another trumps a 6-inch pipe, okay? But a 6-inch pipe kicks a 4-inch pipe's butt so bad. So I'm showing you this because people say, oh, what's the big difference? You're just going up, 2 more inches in size. No, I'm telling you guys, when you start looking at the kind of water you displace, it's crazy. So where do I use a 6-inch pipe? I'm going to tell you. I love using a 6-inch pipe for roof runoff systems. I love using them for like a main. Now, the same thing could happen on your roof runoff system. You get a belly in it. When I run a 6-inch pipe, you see the recovery I'm talking about? I can get a belly that would take out this 4-inch pipe. But look at that 6-inch pipe. Ridiculous. It displaces too much water. It's too big a void. It can recover from bellies. So I love my 6-inch corrugated. Hey, if you guys buy this Boffman Gold in the 6-inch, I'm telling you, lay it out in the sun before you try to work with it. It truly is, stupid strong. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's amazing when you have it in your hands. It is, it truly is the next thing to culvert pipe. That's why we call it Boffman Tiles Mini Culvert Pipe. So I hope this helped. I hope this shed some light on a few questions that were out there. And just another reason why I'm all about corrugated outdoors. And now you know where and why I use a 6-inch, and why I love stacking 2 corrugated pipes. And I know from all the sump pump lines I replace that it kicks PVC's butt. All right, everybody. Until that next video.